Hello everyone and welcome to a DHanHan video. My name's DHanHan and today we're going to be looking at a Mauga Player on a push map. So we're just going to go get grouped up here. We do have a Widow and a Genji, so we're not going to be doing too much brawling, it looks like. And we're going up against a Queen, which is a good counter to Mauga. So already to start, I see that we're using both our guns kind of at a long distance. It's really not great for us to be doing this, as you're doing almost no damage with what this distance is. It's really only kind of used when you're up in the face of the enemy. Kind of like the distance to that Queen there. But if they're anything farther than the distance from you to the Queen, you want to be just using your left click to set them on fire, and then your right click to crit them. Because yeah, we're doing like no damage here. It's probably better if you just tried to aim at like the Ana at distance there. Just because you're not going to really be doing anything to this Queen here. We do go a bit in, and they have an Ana, so we definitely need to be cautious around when Ana's using nade, because Ana's nade is a great counter to us. Especially because our overheal doesn't work once we use that. Yeah, so like using, again, both guns at that range on the Queen, I would probably rather we just use the left click and then eventually right click there. I think we're kind of not using our overdrive to the best either. Like, you just used your overdrive there when you already had full health, so there really wasn't any point in doing that. You could have saved it to when you actually would start losing health and you would need it. Like here, why are we full health and we're using our overdrive? We really don't need to do it. I would rather you get a bit lower and then we actually pop the overdrive so that we actually get some value out of it, because you kind of just wasted that ability there. Yeah, that was a good charge and good cancel. You know, good unstoppable charge on the Ana, so she couldn't actually do anything to you when you sleep. Nice. You also don't have to charge the full way. You can cancel your charge if you feel like you want to. Same deal, you just used overdrive when you weren't really taking damage, you weren't really low, and you weren't in the mood to shoot. And yeah, we probably lose for it because we got caught out and we didn't really get much value out of our overdrive. Good news is we have short spawn here, so we just need to group up with our team. One of the biggest issues with push is teams just don't group up, so they end up just staggering all the way back, and the enemy team is able to push back because of it. Hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, it looks like we're losing both our supports here, and we're going in, so we're probably... I had to guess we're probably gonna die here.
This tin can's coming with me.
You know, if the enemy team decides to shoot at us. Yeah, no, we die because we don't have our support, so we're not grouped up, so the enemy team's just pushing. So definitely just make sure you're grouping up with your team. Like, your mistake there was you went in when your supports clearly were already going to die. So I would have just waited for your supports to get back and us to actually do something. Good. They do have a Bastion, so we do have to watch out for that. Yeah, probably would have still continued to shoot both bullets. But overall, still doing pretty well. We have an ult here. I'd love to see what we end up doing with it. Ana Honestly, you could do it to ult the Moira if you wanted to. Or if you wanted to pop it here, that's cool too. Click her out. Again, you can cancel that just to make it easier on Ana to shoot you. Especially because you're not landing on anyone, so it's just going to give you stun animations. And you're going to be doing less for longer. Good, and that's a good cancel on the Queen ult too. I don't know why exactly we would cancel it though, because we had a shield with infinite health. I probably would have just stayed aggressive, keeping them back in the spawn door. Kind of canceling your ult there kind of just doesn't make much sense because you already had the shield, you had the cover. There wasn't really any pushing forward you were going to do with it, so... Our charge, while we're doing like good stuff for crowd control, our charge doesn't really have a whole lot of purpose there, and we definitely could have done things like cancel that Moira ult a little bit more. Overall, I think that we definitely need to think about what we're doing with our overdrive, as that is something that is used very early on in these fights. And it definitely could be saved for much later usage. We're using both Gatling guns pretty early when you definitely lose a lot of that accuracy and damage. And so it's probably better for us just to use our primary fire and then hitting the secondary fire once they catch on fire. I'd also like to point out that this was a win. So of course, with all wins, it's going to be harder for me to point out the mistakes that you're doing because you're just winning because your team is just better than the enemy team. The enemy team is making more mistakes than you guys are, and the enemy team is also not punishing you for the mistakes that you are doing. Keep that in mind too. Sending losses is just overall better. Anyways, hope this helps. Happy climbing. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and if you haven't liked the video, do that as well. Thank you.